Qualification group stage. A very warm welcome to Doha from me, Tim Long. The equation's simple in this one. The winner goes through to the second round of qualifiers. The loser is out of contention for the 2019 FIBA World Cup. It is a true winner-takes-all contest. Right at the end of the third and final window in the first round of qualifiers in this new FIBA international calendar. And the sixth and final game for all countries across the four Asian qualifying groups. It couldn't be a more important one for these two nations. 80 different countries competing right across the globe to become one of the 32 that will go to the World Cup in China next year. That field set to be narrowed down to 60 by the end of the day before the start of the second qualifying phase in September. It is the biggest centrally controlled basketball project ever. A look at the standings after 5 games in Group D. Iran 4-1, Kazakhstan 3-2. Iran have beaten Kazakhstan earlier today to stretch their advantage to 5-1. These two at the bottom, and it is, as I say, simple. The winner will go on to the next round. Iran battered Kazakhstan in Tehran to win by 32 points in that earlier meeting in this group. 88-56 it finished in that one. Here in Doha, Qatar against Iraq for a place in the next round. Qatar just 1-4 so far. Iraq ahead of them by 1 win in third place as it stands with a 2-3 record as we've seen, but Qatar won the first meeting between these two, so if Qatar were to win this one, they would both finish 2-3, but Qatar will go to the next round based on their head-to-head records.
World Cup Qualifiers, China 2019. Tonight's game is Group D.
We're about ready for the introduction of the two sets of players. And we'll start with Iraq, wearing green and white here today. They started with an 8-point win over Iran in Amman before losing 3 in a row, by 6 in Kazakhstan, by 11 to today's opponent, 66-77, and by 30 to Iran. We've got some payback for that defeat on the opening day of competition. Although they bounced back, Iraq with a crucial win on Friday to stop the rot, beating Kazakhstan by 14 points here, 64-50. Big job for Iraq then in this one to try and overcome Qatar in Doha. We'll take a look at some of their key players in just a moment, but first we'll have the introduction of the Qatari side. They've won just one of their first 5 in qualifying. Started with back-to-back defeats in the first window, by 12 to Kazakhstan here in Doha and by 26 to Iran in Tehran. And they beat Iraq, as I've mentioned, by 11 on game day 3 before losing by 33 in Kazakhstan. And then on Friday they suffered a hard-fought defeat to Iran, going down by just 2 points here, 75-77. A real heartbreaker of a defeat for them in that last match, but they will take confidence into this game, and they need to, because It is all here over the next 40 minutes of basketball. They've never qualified for FIBA World Cup Iraq. Qatar have only ever qualified once before. 2 sets of players out on court, and we will pause momentarily for the 2 national anthems.
والآن النشيد الوطني لمنتخب قطر.
It's Qatar against Iraq for a place in the second round of qualifiers for the 2019 FIBA World Cup. The top 3 in this group, Group D, will go through to the second phase and merge with Group B. So they will face off against Australia, Philippines and Japan. And of course, whoever goes through in this tie, especially if it's Qatar, will go through with a pretty poor record and will perhaps struggle to then finish in the top 3 of that new 6-team group. And if it's Iraq, they would go through 3-3 with a win here and would give themselves a chance. So look at their roster. Demario Mayfield, without doubt the standout star, 18 points, 8.4 rebounds, 4.4 steals and 4.4 assists per game. Hassan Abdullah is the man who backs him up as an outside threat, 12 points per game and taking on 7 3-point attempts. We'll have a look at their starting 5 here as well, which also features Mohamed Abdul Kader, who contributes well with 3.8 assists, 5 rebounds per game. And the Qatari roster, their main man is the number 12, Clinton Johnson, 19 points, 5.5 rebounds, 3 assists, 1.5 steals per game, shooting the ball very well inside and out. The number 10, Mohamed, averages 11.8 points, 4.2 rebounds, is a big inside threat. And we have a look at the starting 5 for then. Mohamed and Johnson getting the start. Also key for them, the number 22, Suleiman Khalid, who scores 10 points and brings down 7.7 rebounds per contest. as well as coming up with 1.3 steals per game. Number 4, another big scorer, Abdul Rahman Saad, 16.2 points, 5.2 rebounds, 2.4 assists, 1.2 steals. Perhaps a little bit more balance to the Qatar attack, with 4 players averaging in double figures so far. Mustafa Derin is the head coach for Iraq, and Tim Lewis, the head coach for Qatar, took over last year, having previously led the Thai national team and been assistant for Great Britain at the London 2012 Olympics. Iraq just 2 players averaging in double figures for points, so heavily reliant on Demario Mayfield. It is a game where the big players really have to step up and steal the spotlight. Only 11 players scored for Iraq across the first 2 qualifying windows, fewer than any other team. Demario Mayfield had a direct hand in 43% of their field goals, knocking down 25 and assisting another 18. No other player in Asian qualifying was more influential over those first 2 windows. And as for Qatar, Mohamed Saad scored 29% of their points, and that's a higher proportion of the team scoring than any other player for any other Asian nation. It's also a game that might well come down to which set of players is more prepared and more propelled towards scrapping for each and every ball. Well, Iraq had more steals than any other Asian country in those first 2 windows. Qatar had fewer than anyone else. That might have to change today if they're to make the second phase. Here we go then. Qatar ranked 60th in the world, ready to take on Iraq, ranked 79th. 1 place left in the next stage from Group D. The winner of this one takes it. Do or die. Winner takes all. Loser goes home. Use any term that you like to describe it. It is, without doubt, the most important game of the campaign so far for these 2 nations, Qatar and Iraq. An early shot falls short from the 3-point line for Abdel Kader. If Iraq win, they go through with a superior record. If Qatar win, they go through on a head-to-head. No scores for either team on their first offensive possession, but one quickly down the floor for Iraq. They get the first points on the fast break. Abdul Qadir. Here is Abdul Rahman Saad moving it on. Khalid blocked off. Touch pass to the corner. 3-point shot will land right on the money. Qatar's first basket gives them their first lead. Mario Mayfield on to Ismail. Hands it off on the perimeter to Abdul Qadir. Left-hand dribble drive from him, trying to force it over the top of the defense. Fell short, but grabbed his own loose ball, and it's knocked down from the far side. Ihab Al-Zuhairi getting his first score. Into the strike, moved on for the open look for 3. Wouldn't go that time for Qatar. Recovered on Demario Mayfield, who's able to balance the baseline. Ismail across to the near side to Hamad, who takes on a 3. Rebound grabbed by Clinton Johnson. Johnson averaging 19 points over just 2 appearances in qualifying so far. Here's Saad, who averages 16.2 over all 5. Shot clock winding down on him. 3-pointer away in time, but well short. Really good team defense from Iraq. Certainly Iraq, who've looked the most comfortable in the opening 2.5 minutes of this one. Looking to add to their slender lead, and a foul called, the first foul of the game. Mayfield will inbound. He's played all of the qualifiers for Iraq, averaging 18 points. Abdul Qadir feeding it in. Chance to attack inside for Al-Zuhairi, who gets one to go over the top of the defense. And Iraq continue their positive start, up by 3. Outside shot again for Qatar. And they're struggling from the field early on, just 1 of 5 now. Ismail moves it to Mayfield. Mayfield with the final 5 seconds of the shot clock. Abdul Qadir, who's really stepped up so far and continues to do so, dropping a bomb from the outside. 8 points. That one off the mark. 1 of 6 from the field now for Qatar, who trail by 6. 5 points, in fact, I do beg your pardon, for Mohammed Abdul Qadir, as well as 2 assists. He's had a hand in every point that Iraq have scored. Clinton Johnson is trying to squeeze through a gap, able to find Saad. He attacks, aggressive play, and gets the roll, taking no prisoners on his route through the paint. Saad with the step to get away from Ihab Al-Zuhairi. He got the contact as he was able to finish towards the baseline. And he completes the 3-point play as well to get his team right back within 1 possession. Ismail onto this near side to Hamad. Behind the back pass, beautifully done. Wouldn't go first time, second bite of the cherry though for Al-Zuhairi. And in the end, he's called for the turnover. Khalid's back to Al-Hadari. Left-hand stutter dribble, down the baseline goes Saad, kicks it back over, receives it, steps back behind the 3-point line, drives the baseline again. Beautiful footwork, and he puts it in. A chance for back-to-back 3-point plays for scintillating Saad. Beautiful footwork as he faked the 3 and attacked down the baseline. Qatar's main man in qualifying, taking on the responsibility of bringing them back single-handedly from 6 down early on. He scored the last 6 points on back-to-back 3-point plays. 9-9 after 4.5 minutes. Abdul Qadir driving through, trying to kick it to the corner, didn't get his angles right, saved on the baseline. Hamad moving it back to Mayfield, shot clock down to 5 and a foul. That's on the number 10, Mohamed. Al-Zuhairi with the handoff to Abdul Qadir. Thought about the 3, goes across to the far side instead. Shot clock winding down to the final 2 seconds. Turnaround jumper. At least touched the rim, but Saad brings down the rebound. He's looking to drive coast to coast, kicks it to the corner. That's going to be a 2 if it goes, and it does. Qatar have come back early in this one. From 6 down, they lead. They've scored the last 8 points without reply. A quick score down the other end of the floor for Al-Hadari for Iraq. In the blink of an eye, from the outside, giving them the lead, and here they come in transition on the fast break off the turnover put in by Hamza. A nice easy one for him, having shot just 2 of 9 from the field when these two last met. Al-Hadari across to Clinton Johnson. Calling for it is Mohamed inside. It goes instead to Saad. He's got the hot hand right now, full of aggression as well, but not full of awareness as to where his teammates were stationed on the perimeter. Saad with a turnover to add to his 6 points. His first error. Hamad to the corner, wide open 3 for Hamza, doesn't go, batted back out, recovered by Mayfield. Mayfield looking to use the screen and then put up off the pick and roll by Al-Zuhairi. It's been a really entertaining back and forth roller coaster ride of 6.5 minutes so far. Iraq looking so strong early on, up by 6. Qatar then with that 8-point unanswered run. Iraq quickly back ahead. Almost turned over by Qatar. Hamza stretching every sinew to try and bring it down. Just couldn't quite stretch enough with his fingertips skimming the ball. Corner 3 wide open, doesn't go for Al-Hadari. Big offensive rebound put back in off the glass for Mohamed. Qatar back within 1. Mayfield to Hamza. He's looking inside to Al-Zuhairi. Instead it's Mayfield who takes on the 3 and hits it. Demario Mayfield, 2 shots, both from the outside, both knocked down. Iraq by 4. Another good look for 3, passed up this time by Al-Hadari, who missed one from almost the same spot a few moments ago. Now it's Johnson stationed in the centre. Instead the 3 from the far side from Saad falls well short. Two and a half to play in the first. Iraq by 4. Mario Mayfield looking to get towards the baseline, comes back in towards the paint. In traffic, misses the shot though. He's had his route to the rim cut off so far in this first quarter, but he's landed 2 big shots from long range. Inbound pass and a turnover. Ali Hamad had to catch it very quickly close towards the baseline, and then he tried to turn and look back out. Didn't have time to adjust and pick out a teammate on the perimeter. He was caught in a small spot on the floor. Out goes Ihab Al-Zuhairi, who started well. 4 points. Qatar with a quick score down the other end of the floor. Half the deficit to 2. 2 minutes to play in the quarter. 3 of 3 inside now is Abdul Rahman Saad for 8 points. And the drive inside for Ali Hamad, who stepped in, had the option to shoot the 3 but wanted the higher percentage shot. Right by 4 again. Lovely switch onto the left hand, wouldn't fall though for Al-Hadari. Iraq can come in transition, 3 on 2 here. This time they take on the 3 and knock it down. Taimur Shkua with nothing but nylon from the near side. The fast break 3. Iraq by 7 have opened up their largest lead. Final minute and change remaining in the quarter. Saad getting inside to the paint. Can he land another? Yes, he can. A chance at a hat-trick of 3-point plays in the first 9 minutes. He's converted 2 already, and another aggressive burst to the basket gives him the chance to add 1 more. Double figures inside of 9 minutes for Abdul Rahman Saad. 4 of 5 from the field, 2 of 2 from the line so far to complete those 2 previous 3-point play opportunities. Now he'll look to add 1 more. And he misses that one. So Saad remains on 10 points. Iraq remain up by 5. Turnover though, here they come, 2-on-1 opportunity down the floor. And there's the free man underneath to finish, Suleiman Khalid. 4 points without reply from Qatar to close what had been a 7-point gap. Mayfield pulling up and missing his first outside shot of the game. Saad releasing it quickly down the floor. Quentin Johnson gets it back. He looks to shoot a 3. There's the pump fake, gets inside. Shot clock down to the final 6 seconds. It goes to the corner. Al-Hadari tries to get down the baseline, almost lost it on the dribble. Here is Johnson, but a heel on the line as he looked to unload from the corner with just 2 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Qatar turn it over. Only 12.2 remaining in the quarter now. Shot clock turned off. Iraq with the ball. Iraq leading by 3. And a foul on Qatar, who did have a couple of fouls to give. Quentin Johnson, who takes 1 for the team, and will have a timeout with 6.7 seconds remaining in an absorbing first quarter of World Cup qualifying basketball. Iraq leading by 3, 22-19 over Qatar.
Hey, nervous. Hassan, teacher.
Okay, we switch everything on the out of bounds. You got me? We're in man. We switch everything on the out of bounds. Okay, everything. Okay, and then once the ball's in, okay, once they get it in, we can foul almost right away. Okay, nobody here. Anybody here on fouls? Anybody on fouls here? No. So you can all take 1. You can all take 1, okay?
Just a case of deciding who's going to take the foul. For Qatar, who do have that foul to give. They will try and foul as soon as Iraq get the ball in. Iraq surely will be anticipating that and will not want to give away what their final play might be here in the final 6 seconds of the quarter. They go for the lobbed inbound alley-oop pass. It's brought down and finished with the contact to Mario Mayfield at the death in the first with a chance at a 3-point play. And when Coach Lewis said foul straight away, that's not the foul he envisioned. That attempt from the strike won't count for Mayfield. Qatar will have 3.7 seconds to respond with the final shot of the first. Iraq should be up 24-19, I believe, here. They missed the and 1. They've got to do something quick with this, Qatar. 3 quarters the length of the floor, and it very nearly fell for Khalid. And that brings to a close a really entertaining first 10 minutes of basketball in this winner-takes-all tie. Iraq leading by 5 points, 26-21 at the end of the first. Iraq have been very strong, particularly on offense. There you go, confirmation of that change of score. That's what I believed it should have been, 24-19. Still a 5-point differential. And Iraq have been strong, as I say, on offense. Qatar have kept up for the most part.
And then the opposite low man has got to fill in behind, play behind it. We've then got to get this guy diving and out when it's reversed, fill.
Iraq led by the 8 points of Demario Mayfield, who's 3 of 5 from the field, 4 assists for him as well. They've had 5 from Abdul Kader, who's also got a couple of assists, and 4 for Ihab Al-Zuhari. Mayfield landing 2 from deep, and then getting 1 right at the end of the quarter inside. Missed the chance to complete the 3-point play though. Qatar led by the 10 points of Abdul Rahman Sad, who's 4 of 5 from the field. They've also had 4 points from Khalid, but far more reliant Qatar on their number 4. Iraq have got a couple of big contributors in Mayfield and Abdul Kader. Start of the second quarter then. Qatar down by 5, 19-24 as it stands. Iraq going through to the second phase of qualifiers, but still 3 quarters to go. Still plenty of time for plenty of twists and turns in this tale. Quick catch and shoot for 3, just too much on it from Mohamed for Qatar. Into the game for the first time, the number 1. Iraq can try and stretch their lead here with their first offensive possession of the second quarter. It's Hamad for 3 off the mark. They had it 4 of 8 from downtown before that miss. There's a little stutter step, shake and bake. Sad trying to put the moves on the defense again. Wanted a foul, doesn't get it. Iraq wrestle down the rebound. Mario Mayfield quickly down the floor. He's been a scorer and a creator for Iraq so far. Mayfield once more crosses over onto the left, the naturalised player. Creates another opportunity, and it's another one from deep for Dafa this time. 5 of 10 from the outside, yet another assist for Mayfield. Iraq up by 8 is their largest lead. Mohamed, good luck for 3, way over the top of the basket for Al-Hadari. Qatar just 1 of 9 from the outside. And that's the difference right now, the 3-point shooting. Dafa, who hit the last one for Iraq, hands it off on the perimeter, then looks to get inside, reels it down, tries to adjust and gets the contact from Sad. First foul with the number 4. Iraq threatening to pull away here in the second quarter, a quarter that they've started ever so well. Qatar still looking for their first points of the second. We've played just over a minute and a half of it. Morris Dafa off the mark though. He's only played once in qualifying prior to today. Had 2 points and 2 rebounds in 9.5 minutes. He already hit a big shot in this one. Hitting the outside attempt. It stretched this lead to 8 points, but he misses from the foul line on both. There's the fake from Johnson, who drives in to the low post, kicked back out, moved around the perimeter across to the far side now. Qatar in the end taking 1 too many passes and running into traffic in the lane. Mayfield pulling all the strings for Iraq and knocking that one down as he tickles the twine. Mayfield hitting 3 of 4 from the outside, up to 11 points and 5 assists. Pulling all the strings and then finding the strings. Iraq by 11. Khalid. Mohammed moves it on to Johnson. Saad got 10 of their 19 points as he dances through the defense again to score once more. Abdul Rahman Saad, they just can't deal with him when he attacks with that kind of penetration and aggressiveness inside. 5 of 6 from 2-point range now. And 3 of those 5 converted baskets have drawn fouls from the defense, and he's still put them in. Turnaround hook shot falls short from Daffer. That's looking to come down the floor and close the gap further. Saad's in again, he's scored once more. Back-to-back field goals from Abdul Rahman Saad, and Qatar back in business. An 11-point gap cut to 7, Saad's up to 14. Mayfield on the bounce, gets the contact. Mario Mayfield will go to the line to try and add to his 11 points already. He's missed his only free throw attempt of the game so far, failing to complete a 3-point play. He hits that one though. Two teams who are so far so reliant on one out-and-out big scorer to try and carry them through to the next stage of qualifying. Mayfield 12 points, nobody else on more than 5 for Iraq. Johnson, Saad on 14 for Qatar. And that 3 will go from the corner for Al-Hadari. He missed his first 2 attempts from the outside, makes it 3rd time lucky. Still nobody else on more than 5 points for Qatar though, aside from Saad's 14. That one slips through the grasp of Al-Zuhari off the penetration from Abdul Kader. Qatar have scored the last 6 points without reply, and they have a chance to add to their run. Clinton Johnson directing traffic, final 10 seconds of the shot clock. Saad wants the ball, as always. Clinton Johnson, shot clock down to 3. He steps through the lane, hangs one over the top of the defense to beat the shot clock buzzer. Qatar on an 8-0 run have made it a 1-possession game again. Abdullah passes away from a near double team to Al-Zuhari. He'll look to attack Johnson. One-on-one, or Khalid rather, misses over the top of him. Here is Johnson. Midway point of the second. And Mohammed with a heel on the line. The second time Qatar have turned the ball over in this first half, making the same mistake in the same position. And we've got a timeout with 5 minutes and 8 seconds remaining in the first half. And Qatar, having scored the last 8 points, have got back from an 11-point deficit to within 3.
He comes bounds if you just go down and then somebody read it. Like Abdul, you're on the backside. If you see these guys turn their heads like this, you can cut right into that space. All right, Pop. So you play down here, Pop, and you can flash in there. You can go back out. You can go set up.
I've just seen the shooting percentages flash up for both teams here. Very impressive so far, both around 50% from the field. Iraq with the edge by 3, having hit 6 of 11 from downtown. Qatar just 2 of 9. Both teams have hit the exact same amount of field goals, so those 3-pointers are proving the difference so far. 28-31 in Iraq's favour. They have the ball off the back of this timeout with Abdul Qadir, one of their protagonists so far. And with Demario Mayfield. There is Mayfield. Qadir helping to set a screen for him. He misses the shot though. And then Abdul Qadir can't grab the rebound, but somebody else does. And a fresh 14 for Iraq. Demario Mayfield up against Saad. It's Daffer, another 3, way wide of the basket this time. Four and a half to play until the main break. Qatar looking to close the gap to just the 1 point here off the crossover pull-up jumper, knocked down by Clinton Johnson. Only his second field goal. 30-31. Hamad across to Abdul Qadir. Across to Hamza. Here's Demario Mayfield trying to get past 2 and call for an offensive foul. So Qatar, who've scored the last 10 points without reply, have a chance to continue that run and come back to lead from 11 down. Here's Johnson. Johnson left-hand drive, picked up here by Mohamed. Shot clock winding down on them here. Out to Khalid, who just has to put it up, contested from the outside and misses at the end of the shot clock. Iraq haven't scored in what seems like an eternity. They'll try and change that here as Demario Mayfield goes all the way through. Iraq's main man stepping up when they needed a big moment of inspiration. He gets the contact along the way and takes his personal tally up to 14 points. A chance to add one more from the stripe. Iraq just about holding Qatar at bay. They lead by 4 with 3.5 to play in the first half. 15 points in 16.5 minutes for Demario Mayfield, as well as 5 assists and a steal. Saad. Khalid. On to Johnson. Johnson, does he step on the sideline there? Rather, he draws the contact, but he was very close to being knocked out of bounds. Foul on Ali Ismail, who's really disappointed by that call. Thought he was close to forcing the turnover. Johnson. Khalid. Saad. Shot clock down to 3. Saad on the drive again, trying to find Khalid. Taken off his fingertips. Now a chance in transition. And one will drop for Iraq to take their lead to 6. Norris Daffer And Kara Hamza in the game, providing an impact. Saad will take the three-pointer, static, off the mark. And Iraq have a chance to continue their run here. An unsportsmanlike foul called against Qatar will give Iraq foul shots and possession. So with Qatar having come from 11 down to get within 1, Iraq now have the opportunity to take the lead back to double figures. And what must seem like a blink of an eye to Qatar, who put in all that good work. And now we're going to be facing perhaps the same deficit, or at least close to. Hamza does miss the first foul shot. They're only 2 of 7 from the foul line, Iraq, so far. Make that 2 of 8. Maybe it will turn out to be a good, unsportsmanlike foul. Not very often you can say that. They still have possession, Iraq. Abdul Kader for 3, misses. Grabbed underneath though, and another foul. So they're back to the line, Iraq. And fouling might not be the worst plan for Qatar right now, with Iraq just 2 of 8 from the stripe. Dafa putting it up, and he will go to the line where he's missed both so far and make it 0 of 3 now for Dafa. 2 of 9 for Iraq as a team. He does finally get one of his own to drop. 7 points the difference with 2.5 minutes to play in the first half. Here's Clinton Johnson, stop and pop 3, wouldn't drop. Big rebound underneath from Demario Mayfield. And we're going to have a Qatar timeout with 2 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in the first half. Qatar trailing by 7, have been down by as many as 11 and have fought back to as close as 1.
In this space, we ran horns. Okay, they were sleeping, Nas. Okay, you weren't even paying attention. If you just slipped here, the pass is wide open. Pay attention next time down. Okay, Faris and Nas are here.
Teacher. Number 20. Okay. Number 7 very important. Number 10 very important. Sirema. Okay. Zero. First pass man to man. First pass man to man. Pick and roll.
First pass 0.
3 to 0. Black de. Black de top çalmaya gidin.
We talked in the pre-game about the huge reliance of these two teams on their respective star players. Demario Mayfield, 43% of his team's points over the first 2 windows in terms of scoring or assisting. And Mohamed Saad has scored 29% of Qatar's points over the first 2 windows. And they're the 2 players, unsurprisingly, who've stepped up and scored big so far in this one. Saad with 14 points, as well as a couple of assists for Qatar, off 6 of 9 shooting. And Demario Mayfield at the line, trying to add to his 15 points and 5 assists so far. Does get the second to take his tally to 16. Iraq just 4 of 12 from the line though. Which supporting cast is going to step up to help out their main man? Mohamed fouled. Iraq did have a couple of fouls to give. 2 minutes left in the second quarter. Iraq up by 8 points. Almost took the ball away from Mohammed. Clinton Johnson, he can certainly step up to help, but hasn't really yet for Qatar. That one put in by Al Reyes with the contact as well. So Qatar with a chance at a three-point play to close the gap to 5 at a pivotal moment perhaps in this first half, when they want to go into the locker room at the break with their heads held high. It was Al Reyes who got high that time and got hit, and completes the three-point play. They've only taken 4 foul shots, Qatar, but they've hit 3 of them. Iraq just 4 out of 12. Inside to Daffer, twisting, turning, pivoting, but missing. And Al Reyes grabs the rebound. He's made an impact since coming in, the big 2'8" centre. Clinton Johnson. Mohammed. Avdic, who's coming as well for the first time. El Hadari. Shot clock down to 6. Into the lane, across to the far side. 3-point shot. Will it go over the top of the backboard? And that will stop the clock with 72 seconds remaining in the second quarter. All the indications are that this winner-takes-all contest in Group D will go down to the wire. Mayfield. Abdul Kader back to Mayfield. Pulls up for another 3. Too much on this one. Rebound grabbed by Avdic. The 21-year-old forward who's come in. Clinton Johnson to the corner. There's an opportunity to take on a good look for Mohammed. He passed it up. Johnson again. Shot clock to the final 10 seconds. Johnson throws a pump fake. He's looking for a teammate. Doesn't get it. And now a chance to throw the quarterback pass down the floor and to finish in transition as Iraq stretch their lead to 7. Daffer again. He's up to 6 points. Clinton Johnson with the shot clock turned off now at the end of the first half. His team trailing by 7, in need of a moment of inspiration perhaps. He hangs but misses. And that will do it for the first half. A very close first half for the vast majority, but Iraq are the team who've threatened on a couple of occasions to pull away by as many as 11. Up by 7 at the main break, 40-33. They are in the driver's seat for a place in the next round of qualifiers. Still a long way to go in this one though. Look at some of the statistics. 3-point shooting, a big difference. 6 of 14 for Iraq, just 2 of 13 for Qatar. Rebounding numbers fairly even, 2 more on the offensive glass for Iraq. Turnovers key as well. Qatar with double the turnovers, 10-5. And Iraq able to profit with some extra points, extra field goal attempts, and extra attempts crucially from the outside, where they've shot 43% compared to Qatar's 15%. Foul shots in such a tight game could end up proving decisive as well. Iraq getting to the line for 12 free throw attempts. Qatar only 4, but Iraq have only hit 4 of their 12, and that may yet come back to haunt them. Qatar led by the 14 points of Abdul Rahman Sad, who's 6 of 9 from the field, 14 points in 17 and a bit minutes, 4 rebounds and 2 assists as well. And Iraq led by the 16 points of Demario Mayfield, who's 5 of 9 from the field, including 3 of 5 from downtown, with 5 assists, 4 rebounds and a steal. Demario Mayfield involved in absolutely everything early on for Iraq. He's been directly involved in more than 50% of their points so far. And a similar story for Abdul Rahman Sad. He was taking on everything in his path, driving inside, 6 of 7 from 2-point range. Converted 2 3-point play opportunities and missed the and one to try and make it 3 3-point play opportunities in the first quarter. More of DeMario Mayfield's points came in the second. He's played every single second of this game so far. He's had one of those bursts to the basket which have been so key to the Qatari offense over the first 20 minutes, but Mayfield showing that as well as hitting the outside shot, he can offer an inside threat as well, dancing through the defense. A number of points in transition for Iraq off those 10 Qatar turnovers. That one for Hamza, who's been a decent contributor as well, with 6 points early on. Their second leading scorer. They've got 5 as well from Abdul Kader. And as for Qatar, Saad's 14 is backed up by the 7 from Clinton Johnson and the 5 for Mansour Al-Hadari. Half-time in Doha, Qatar 33, Iraq 40. Do remember the winner of this one makes the second stage of qualifiers for the 2019 FIBA World Cup in China. The loser is out of contention. A big second half to come. Do join us for that in around 10 minutes' time. Welcome back to the Al Gharafa Sports Club in Doha, where Qatar trail by 7 points to Iraq as we get ready to start the second half. Iraq 40, Qatar 33. A game that has been, for the vast majority, led by the Iraqis, but with Qatar for the vast majority remaining within touching distance, down by 7 as we get ready to start the third quarter. And a game so far that's been separated by turnovers and three-point shooting. 10 Qatar turnovers to Iraq's 5. And Iraq shooting 6 of 14 from downtown. Qatar just 2 of 13. They've led by as many as 11 points, Iraq, but had that 11-point gap closed to just 1 before going back ahead by close to double figures and finishing up by 7 at half-time. They've shown their strength in depth in comparison to Qatar as well. Iraq, with their bench, outscoring Qatar's 13-3. Still, DeMario Mayfield has been their main man with 16 points and 5 assists so far. But he's had a little bit of help at least. For Qatar, only 5 players have scored, led by the 14 of Sad, 7 for Johnson, 5 for Al-Qadari, 4 for Khalid, 3 for Al-Reyes, and that is it for them. This team needs a few more to step up. It's certainly been an entertaining contest so far. 2 quarters still to come to decide who will go to the next stage of qualifying for the FIBA World Cup.
Let's go, sit down. Pat, here. Nasa, sit down. Trey, you're in the 1. Okay, pay attention. 2 bigs in the game. Okay, we're going to run it with a double screen or a flat screen. Okay, so Papis and Nasa here. Okay, Abdul and Mizo on that back side. So here it comes. Trey's going to bring it down an empty side of the floor. Okay, read it. If they're really hot. Down flat. Just screen on the backside, on the outside, man. Pop, you're going to screen the middle man. Okay, Trey's going to come over the double on that. Okay, now we got here, Okay, got it? Okay, now on that, Pop, Nasa, you dive, and Pop will pop behind you. Trey, you can space on it. All right, read it. You might be able to turn the corner up. It's a double screen. Let's go, guys. Let's go.
It's about defense. 1, 2, 3. Defense. It's about defense.
Qatar trailing by 7 points at the start of this second half. Let's see how they're able to try and execute that play at the restart here. In need of a positive start to the third quarter in order to try and close the gap, and ultimately in order to try and keep themselves alive in their hopes for qualification for the World Cup. I do not want to see Iraq stretching their lead here. Abdul Qadir, who was prominent early on, and he's prominent early in the second half as well. A 9-point Iraq lead. He's up to 7. On the bounce, kick back out by Mohamed. Now Saad looking to drive in through the lane, knocked out of bounds, still Qatar possession. Saad almost unstoppable inside in the first half, hitting 6 out of 7. And getting to the line to complete 3-point plays on 2 of those 6. Here he is now. Shot clock winding down to the final 3. Clinton Johnson will take the static 3 and misses it. Rebound Al-Sadi. Mario Mayfield going through the gears. Back to Al-Zuhari. Abdul Kader. He's directing traffic from the high post. Passes away from the arriving double team. Al-Zuhari back out. 3-point shot off the mark. Tough luck for Hamza. Trying to set a screen then, Al Reyes. Comes across to Sad on the near side. Here's Mohamed. Misses. Rebounded by his opposite number, Ali Hamad. There's a turnover from Iraq. Was that the 8-second violation, or was there a foul away from the ball? It's an 8-second violation against Mohamed Abdul Kader. I don't often see those. Clinton Johnson looking to go behind the back, lost it on the dribble, picks it back up. Swing to the corner, Sad looking to get down the baseline. Too many bodies in the way though. He tried to meander his way through. Iraq come all the way down the floor but miss. Qatar being led off the hook at the moment. Sad, bounce pass to the far side, free route to the rim, put in by Johnson. And finally Qatar have their first points of the second half. Seven-point gap again, as it was at the break. Damari Mayfield getting a hand on that. There's Clinton Johnson to protect his rim. Still going to be Iraqi ball. Johnson was having none of it. 5 left on the shot clock. Thrown overhead, back to Demario Mayfield for 3. Got it off the assist by his opponent. A tough break for Qatar. A big shot for Iraq. Saad dancing through a game, missing though close to the basket. Only his second miss inside all game long. Iraq with a chance to maybe tie or surpass the largest lead here, as it's fizzed into Hamad, forced away back out to the perimeter. He'll take the outside shot that falls short. Mohamed moving it on to Johnson. Johnson looking to use the screen of Mohamed. Mohamed will knock down the 3 just when it looked like Qatar were falling away. They close the gap with a big 3. Iraq by 6. What a huge shot that was for them. Abdel Kader steps in for the mid-range 2, falls well short, tries to grab his own rebound. Clinton Johnson comes up with the loose ball though. Qatar can look to build up a head of steam here with Johnson to the far side. It's another 3. Wouldn't go this time though. Mayfield, quick release down the floor, playing the role of quarterback. And now to play the role of wide receiver was Kara Hamza. Iraq by 8, Hamza has 8. He's hit all 4 of his attempts inside. Mohamed moving it on. Smothered on the ball was Mohamed, but getting fouled. Qatar ball with the shot clock reset to 14. Mohamed. Clinton Johnson. Al-Hadaradi knocked away as it came in towards Mohamed. Still going to be Qatar ball. Only 3 left to shoot though. It's got to be something quick off this inbound for Qatar. Mohamed gets one away in time and gets nothing but nylon right at the end of the shot clock to close the gap. Qatar back within 5 points. I believe it should be. That is not showing the correct score. We'll try and sort that out for you. 5.5 to play in the third. And what a huge shot right at the end of the shot clock. Al-Hadari then fouled by Hamad. The unsportsmanlike foul. And Qatar continue to cut this deficit. They get possession as well. Quentin Johnson. Fire into Mohamed. Mohamed backing down his man, swiveling away and scoring with the contact. It's Qatar cruise control right now. Scoring points at will to make it a one-possession ball game again. Mammoth move from Mohamed. Pure muscle and persistence. And now a chance to make it a two-point game. Qatar almost back from the brink. From a double-digit deficit again, they have got within touching distance for the second time in this game. Ismail. Counts of defense from the Doha crowd to Mario Mayfield. Ismail to line up a three, falls short. Mohamed a big rebound after his big three-point play on the offensive end. Quentin Johnson running the offense, finding a man in the corner. Three-point shot, Qatar ahead. A big Qatar cut to Iraq's chances of making the second round. An 11-point Iraqi lead dissipates. Qatar can't stop scoring. Joy in Doha as Qatar force Iraq calling a timeout.
Mansour, okay, two bigs low. Here's what's going to happen. You both run.
Now, burada aldığınızda fire.
Fire savun bir başta.
Gol yapma. Konsantrasyon. Bir tane zero yapacağız.
Zero tabak maraba.
Inside, okay? And that Trey's going to screen, okay? And you're going to be on the inside of them. And then this guy here, Ben Mizo, you're going to screen. Let's see, right here. You're going here to screen. The back net.
What a burst in this third quarter from Qatar. Mario Mayfield with some big shots for Iraq, but since then it's been a Qatar comeback show. To lead by one, 49-48, the first lead they've had since the first quarter. Ismail moving it on to this near side. Can Iraq get themselves back ahead off the three of Mario Mayfield? Yes, they can. Yet another downtown dagger from him. Four of 6 from the outside now for Mayfield. 21 points already, just over the midway point of the third quarter. Al-Hadari trying to get all the way through, ran into trouble and turns it over. Daffa hands it off on the perimeter. Shot clock down to 5 here for Iraq. Here goes Ismail having to turn. Not a good look, picked up by Mayfield, but missed with only a second remaining on the shot clock. And Qatar come up with a big defensive stop. Mohammed will take their time and work in the final 7 seconds of the shot clock now as it goes across to the far side. Johnson for 3 from way beyond the setting sun. Clinton Johnson puts Qatar back ahead. Two teams trading blows now, deep in the third quarter of this winner-takes-all qualifier. Iraq trying to get themselves back ahead. Up until this recent passage of lead changes had led for the vast majority. They spent 24.5 minutes of the 27 so far ahead, Iraq. Now they're behind. Lovely dribble from Hamza, didn't have the finish at the end of it, but he's helped out by his teammate. Big rebound for Daffa as he stretches his tally to 6 points and puts Iraq back ahead, the 8th lead change of the game. Here's Mohammed for 3, wide of the basket by some distance that time. Qatar retreating on defense, and Iraq will have to try and work it in the half court. Mayfield as Daffa comes out to set the screen. Mayfield to the far side, good look for 3. Looked like it might be going down, but it pops out for Ismail. Here's Mohammed. Clinton Johnson. Mohamed to the far side, then stepping in to take on the long 2. It's good. Composure on the edge from Al-Hadari. Composure and conviction. Qatar back ahead, 9 points for him now. Wide open 3, and Hamza throws up an air ball. They've lost their way from the outside, 7 of 20 now. They were shooting close to 45% in the first half, Iraq. Qatar have put themselves in a great position with 11.5 minutes to play. Can they keep their momentum going? Oh, yes they can! Mansour Al-Hadari floats one in from the foul line and gets hit hard. Has a chance at a 3-point play. And a chance to give Qatar their largest lead, a rare lead for the hosts. They're up by 4. And he has stepped up. Al-Hadari up to 11 points. They have provided support for Saad, who was their out-and-out top scorer in the first half with 14 points. The number 4 hasn't added to those 14 here in the second, but his teammates have stepped up, 12 points each for Johnson and Al-Hadari, 9 for Mohammed. Qatar by 4. There's a foul off the ball on Al-Hadari. A minute and 18 seconds remaining in the third. It's almost nail-biting stuff already. We're not even at the final quarter yet. Mario Mayfield, his influence has started to wane as well, but Daffa is there. 8 points for him now off the bench. Saad. And again, contact away from the ball. It's Daffa and Mohamed. Mayfield, the leading scorer in the game with 21, but Hamza on 10 points is the only other Iraqi in double figures. After a one-man approach in the first half, it's been a balanced approach from Qatar so far in the second. And this man has certainly contributed. Mohamed. Only 3 points so far, but a big play that helped to build their momentum. A three-point play as he swiveled away to finish inside. It's tipped back in by Demario Mayfield. Final minute of the third, 3-point Qatar lead. In fact, make that a 5-point Qatar lead. Daffer floating one inside and picked up on the far side by Clinton Johnson. He pulls up for the long two. Johnson. Qatar can't miss. 6 points the lead. It's still going to be Iraq ball. Almost no differential between shot and game clock. Daffer, if they're wise, they might hold it for the final shot of the quarter. They get a good look inside though on the cut to the basket with 10 seconds still remaining. They won't close the gap to 4. One more chance perhaps to put it up at the end of the quarter here for Khaled, who drives inside, can't quite bank it in, and that will do it for a thrilling third. A 28-point quarter for Qatar, as they overturn a big deficit, a 7-point halftime deficit, to go up by 4, 61-57 at the end of 3. Qatar down by as many as 11, and been up by as many as 6. Look at some of the stats then across the first 3 quarters. Qatar shooting 64% inside now, very impressive. And that 3-point shooting from Iraq, which had them ahead at the half, has dropped down to 35%. Qatar at the moment surviving their 5 additional turnovers to lead this game by 4. Taken 4 fewer shots from the field, 2 fewer free throws, but their dominance inside, shooting 64%, sees them ahead. They also have that slight edge from the line, with Iraq really poor from the stripe. 4 of 12 from the line in the first half. They didn't get to the line on any occasions in the third quarter.
Flash, stay in the corner, trade pulls. Hey, now listen. Its game is won at the defensive end here. You have to be solid.
Be patient,
we don't
guys.
gamble. Hey, we don't gamble. We don't give up easy layups. Get a hand up on the 3.
Be patient here.
Patient on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Let's go. Let's go. Play hard, but
Translated as fight until the bitter end in the first stage of these qualifiers. A message from Tim Lewis to try and shut up shop on the defensive end and see this one through. They take a slender advantage of just 4 points into the fourth quarter. Just 1 win in 5 so far for Qatar. If they win this one, they go through based on their head-to-head record with Iraq. Still their ball, the attempted kick down the baseline from Al-Hadari. Khalid. Reyes won't shoot the three, hands it off instead to Johnson. Shot clock to 7. Khalid will shoot the three, too long. And Iraq can look to make it a one-possession game here with 9.5 minutes to play. Abdul Kader. Al-Zuhari across to Demario Mayfield. And the foulers, Iraq look to penetrate the paint. Demario Mayfield with 21 points so far. He's 3 of 6 from the foul line. Doesn't get the shooting foul that time. Here he is again, Mayfield. Edging his way in, but trapped by the double team all the way. And he'll still beat Iraqi ball with only 7 to shoot. You have to imagine he's probably going to take on more and more responsibility. If it remains this close, the longer it goes in the fourth. Wide open, shot from the far side, doesn't go down. And it will be Iraqi ball again. They've had a heap of chances here to try and make it a one-possession game. Mayfield blocked off again as he tries to attack into traffic down the baseline. Here goes Abdul Rahman Saad all the way through. Coast-to-coast drive to finish his first points of the second half. And what a valuable pair of points they are. Qatar by 6 now. Abdul Kader moved on by Mayfield. Off the mark, Al-Zuhari put back in though. Another offensive rebound for Iraq. 12-5 on the offensive glass in their favour now. 4 points the gap again. Clinton Johnson looking to take on Hamza. Johnson to the baseline, forced to concede possession though. A chance here, 3 on 2 on the fast break, but good transition defense from Qatar. Hamza into the lane, hanging, but missing, fell well short. Here's Al-Hadari. He'll corral the ball and cling on to it. Now Clinton Johnson. He spots up for the three-point shot. Al-Hadari misses, big offensive rebound from Saad. Only 190 centimetres, one of the smallest players on court, Saad, but he comes up with a big rebound. And a fresh 14 for Qatar. Shot clock has since gone to 5 as the ball gets knocked out of play. Final seconds from the stripe, it's good for Al-Hadari. 14 points for him now, and most of them coming in the second half. Al-Hadari really stepping up, has 4 assists as well. Qatar by 6, 7.5 minutes to play. Al-Zuhari trying to force one in, doesn't get the roll, he'll go to the line for 2. Started well, Al-Zuhari, as did Iraq as a team, but he's now just 2 of 8 from the field. They'll have to earn these points that Iraq desperately need. Still a long, long way to go in this one, but Qatar certainly have the momentum. Three players for Qatar now with 14 points or more. Johnson, Saad, and Al-Hadari. All 3 of those players have at least 3 assists as well. The second one pops out, grabbed by Mohamed. 5-point gap. And free throws really hurting Iraq right now. Al-Hadari, the crossover between the legs. He's full of confidence, a real spring in his step. Khalid back to Al-Hadari, corner 3, wouldn't go this time. Big rebound underneath for Mayfield. A chance to make it a single possession game again for Iraq. Twisting and turning is Ismail. They'll try and get the drop, and guess who there underneath to sort it out again on the glass. To Mario Mayfield. He's up to 23 points. A big defensive rebound and then a big offensive rebound. Corner three. Defense asleep, off the mark, and a chance now for Iraq to make it a 1-point game or maybe even tie. 6.5 minutes to play. Ismail picked up on this near side. Hamad, 5 left on the shot clock. Spinning inside and getting contact was Al-Zuhari. That's the 3rd team foul on Qatar already. Here in the 4th in 4 minutes. Iraq yet to pick one up. Abdul Kader. Here he is again to Mario Mayfield, misses that 3. The tip will go though. Stretching every fibre of his fingertips was Ali Ismail. It's a 1-point ball game for a place in the next stage of qualifiers. 6 minutes to play. Trying to force it up inside, but forcing it only off the mark was Mohamed. And Iraq can try and get themselves ahead from 6 down here. It opens up to attack. Pushed away, still their possession with plenty of time on the shot clock. It requires a bit of composure here. Mayfield to try and provide it. The ball inevitably will go to him, and he gets tripped, and that will be 4 fouls on Qatar already with 5.5 minutes of the game to play. Every foul now from the Qatar defense, shooting foul or not, will send Iraq to the stripe. (65-64). Iraq have been up by as many as 11, Qatar by 6. Here he is on the turnaround 3. Johnson the rebound, looking to force the issue. Al-Hadari's threatening to get in on the baseline, retreats back to the corner, thinks about the 3 and gets caught in 2 minds. Had a couple of options he was looking to explore before that and then turned it over. Abdul Kader with a nice pass, and then Al-Zuhari jumping in, stretching his back on the baseline to use himself and his body as a defender to get inside and to finish and to give Iraq the lead again from 6 down. Timeout called by Qatar. This one is going all the way.
Guys to the baseline and play out of it.
Guys,
we can't run zone offense. Let's go.
Hey, we still got 5 minutes, guys. Come on.
Let's go. Go together on the guys. Together. Let's go. We go together. Let's go. Together.
It all comes down to these 5 minutes to decide who will join Iran, Kazakhstan, Australia, Philippines and Japan in the 6-team group in the next stage. The top 3 of that group will play in the 2019 FIBA World Cup. The best 4th place team will go to the World Cup as well from the 2 groups of 6. A 1-point Iraqi lead, Qatar with the ball. Sad, only 2 points in the second half so far. Right-hand dribble drive, spotted a gap. The burst to the basket cut off though. Mohamed can't handle the rebound, and Iraq will come forward with the ball. Demario Mayfield, taking his time and looking to orchestrate the offense. Calls for the screen from Al-Zuhari. Working with his big man, finds Hamad for 3, got it! Iraq by 4 with 4.5 to play. Huge 3-point shot from Ali Hamad. Only shooting 25% from downtown coming into this one. That's the biggest shot of the campaign for him. He'd missed his first 3 attempts in this ball game as well from 3-point range. What a way to stop the rock. Iraq now with the advantage, and Qatar with the foul trouble as well with 4 minutes to play. A big call. Let's have a look at this. It goes out of bounds. The question was whether there was a fingertip touch from the Iraqi defender or not. The answer is that there wasn't. A turnover at a pivotal moment for Qatar. Now they need a defensive stop just to try and give them some momentum. They've got it back with Mohamed. Here goes Clinton Johnson down the floor. Back out, 3-point shot. Mohamed got it! Gets them back within touching distance. Qatar lifted again. Big time threes at both ends of the floor. 68-69, inside it goes. Offensive foul against Iraq. And Qatar now, from 4 down, have the chance to lead with 3.5 minutes to play. We've had 12 lead changes already in this one, and the vast majority of them coming in a roller coaster ride of a second half. Only Iraq's 7th turnover of the game. Qatar have had 14. Sad. Johnson taking on the shot and drawing the contact just about from Hamad. The pressure on Clinton Johnson to try and produce at this stage in these moments. And now the pressure is on him at the foul line. 14 points so far. It's his first trip to the line all game, and he misses the first. He's 6 of 10 from the field. 14 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists and a block. He does hit his first from the stripe. Now we're neck and neck with 3 minutes and 15 seconds to play. 69-69. Ismail bouncing it into Mayfield. Mayfield looking to carry the scoring responsibility for his team. Can't score. Final 3 minutes. Al-Hadari has also stepped up for Qatar. Here goes Johnson again, switching it onto his right, getting stopped on his route to the rim, and there's a whistle. It looks like it will still be Qatar ball. He certainly gets hit. The foul, I think, on Al-Zuhari. Well, they're saying it's just an out of bounds in Qatar's favour. Looked like there was a foul from the number 0 of Iraq. Qatar with 7 left to shoot. It's the number 7 driving the baseline, bursting to the basket and putting it in to give Qatar the lead with less than 3 minutes to play. Al-Hadari stepping up in the second half, now has 16. 23 points for him, but he stopped scoring down the stretch. Here's Ismail getting in. The finger roll will fall. And Iraq are back level, 71-71. Nothing to split these two over the first 38 minutes. Saad lining up a three, no. And Iraq now with a chance to retake the lead. 2 minutes and change remaining. Mayfield to dictate the tempo and to control the offense and to try and take on Al-Hadari. Trapped by the double team, off the pick and roll, found a free man inside in the form of Al-Zahari. Iraq by 2. Kick to the corner. Mohamed, he's hit one big three already, can't hit that one. Reeled down inside though, monster of an offensive rebound from Mohamed. 73-73 this should be, I believe. And there we go, 80 seconds or so to play. Mayfield, Ismail looking to go on the left-hand dribble drive, switches it on to his right, misses, slips back out. Grabbed by Hamad, fresh 14 on the shot clock. Mayfield again, he goes on the drive, kicks it to Ismail for the three, misses it. And they won't save it on the baseline this time. 64 seconds to separate these two for a place in the second round of qualifiers for the 2019 World Cup. We're going to have a timeout with these two dead level, 73-73. Emotions at a high in Doha.
Face the floor. Okay, Trey's coming over the top. Mizo's here, okay? Papis is here. Papis. So as Trey comes off it, you set that screen. Trey comes off it. Papis is going to flare you now out the back. All right? Yeah. Once you set it, dive. Now, once we get out of that, spread the floor. Papis playing the dunker. Spread the floor. Mizo and Trey are looking to attack. All right? We need to get to the front.
Game day 6 of the first stage of qualifiers, and it is going the distance in Doha. These two with their World Cup hopes hanging in the balance all the way to the 6th and final game of this stage, all the way to the final minute of the 6th and final game of this stage. Some of them can't take their eyes off it. Some of them can't bear to watch. .64 seconds to separate Qatar and Iraq. 73-73 as we come back off the timeout. Qatar possession. Mohamed gives it to Al-Hadari. No room to give it to Johnson. Mohamed. Mohamed in the centre, one-on-one. They have Saad on the perimeter. It looks as though he might try and go alone here. Kicks it back out. Al-Hadari floats one up from mid-range and gets it to drop at the end of the shot clock. Poise and composure from Qatar at the most tense of times. 75-73, 14-second differential between shot and game clock. Iraq with 7 seconds to try and get level, or maybe even take the lead, and Mayfield draws the contact, stops the clock with 19.4 seconds to play. The foul by Clinton Johnson, and that will send Mayfield to the line with Qatar at the foul limit. Clutch free throws for Demario Mayfield, who is just 3 of 6 from the line so far here today. Iraq as a team are only 5 of 14. Mayfield hits the first. Will he make them both when it matters? The next one to tie. 24 points. Make it 25. Looked like he never doubted himself. Nothing but net on both. 75-75. Having hit only 3 of his first 6, he makes both with 19.4 seconds to play.
Maybe run exactly the same play to get it in the next time. Trey's going to have the ball. Abdul, you're in the corner. In fact, let's start you over here. It will bring you all the way over. We're going to run 3 from out of bounds. Hafiz is going to zipper you up. That's fine. That's fine. Listen, listen. If he denies you, keep coming. Hit Hafiz.
بحيث ما يقدر يشوت بيها على 7
2 seconds, 3 seconds, and then we're going. Got it?
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
19.4 seconds to play. The shot clock turned off at the end of this enthralling qualifier. Qatar and Iraq's World Cup hopes hanging in the balance. It's Qatar who have the ball and have the chance to try and stick themselves in this second stage and to eliminate Iraq. Clinton Johnson gets it into Mohamed. They want to take their time and have the final shot of the game here. There's a foul. Iraq do have a couple of fouls to give. That stops the clock at 12 seconds. Iraq can still foul once more without sending Qatar to the stripe. And there it is. So now, any foul from either defense would send the opposition offense to the stripe. 9.8 seconds is what Qatar have to work with. And we are going to have another timeout. 75-75. And this is the game right here. It'll come down to the final 10 seconds.
Okay, Mizo on this side. Abdul in the corner. Abdul, flare screen on Mizo on the backside. Read it. Tight curl. Right here. Okay, you're just going to zipper off Trey. They switch it. Trey can go get it. Huh? You got it. Be strong. Trey, get into the body. Go get it. Okay? If you can't get it, come hard. Mizo, you got to come. Mansour, you may have to come back and get it.
Can Iraq dig their heels in, dig deep, batten down the hatches, and take this one to overtime? Can Qatar come up with the shot to win it, to jump ahead of Iraq in Group D and go through to the second stage of qualifiers in September? 9.8 seconds for Qatar. Mohamed to inbound the ball, almost taken away from Clinton Johnson. Mohamed will inbound again. Here's Sad, who was so big in the first half for them, crosses over, drives inside, looks to shoot, misses it. Still a chance maybe for Iraq to throw it up from near centre court. No time to get that close though, and we are heading to overtime in Doha. They did have the chance to put it up, but they took one or two touches too many and missed the opportunity to win it at the buzzer. But the big chance fell to Abdul Rahman Saad, who didn't really create the look that he wanted. And Qatar missed the chance to score off the back of that timeout with 9.8 seconds to go. And this one finishes 75-75 at the end of regulation. And we're heading for another 5 minutes to decide the World Cup 2019 futures of these two.
Okay, pick and roll, we switch. Okay, dribble handoffs, we switch. Got it? Guard, you got to get big on the body of the big. All right, nothing easy. Push the pace in transition, attack the rim, get to the foul line. Horns, chest. All right, be smart, man, be smart. All right.
Will be absolutely delighted to have survived that late scare. Qatar having the chance to win it, but you have to look to their percentage at the stripe over the first 4 quarters. Iraq just 7 of 16, 44% from the foul line. Had they made just one more, they would be the team going through to the second stage. They have to put everything else behind them now, both of these two teams. It all comes down to the extra 5-minute period. (75-75) at the start of overtime. And Iraq start with the ball. Al-Zuhari out to Ismail. There's the Mario Mayfield missing again. He's really gone cold towards the end of this game. Abdul Kader. Al-Zuhari trying to run a bit of interference. And Abdul Kader on the drive to the basket, can't finish. Al-Hadari moving it on. Nice pass towards the baseline. Good arch of the back and use of the body from Mohamed to score. Qatar land the first blow of overtime. 9 points for him now. Hamad moving it forward. Here's Mayfield looking to get back in business. Misses another one. The tip won't go either. It's wrestled down by Al-Hadari. He's only 8 of 20 from the field now, Mayfield. Make it 8 of 21. The majority of his 25 points coming in the first half. Sad, shot clock winding down, static 3, falls short. Iraq with a chance to push the ball forward and to try and get their first points of the extra period. Mayfield will continue to take on the responsibility. Turns it over this time though. It's going from bad to worse for him. Clinton Johnson. Qatar taking their time. Final 10 seconds of the shot clock. Out comes Mohamed to try and create a bit of room for his teammate. He goes across to the far side, kicks it to the corner to Saad to take on the 3, off the mark at the end of the shot clock. Here come Iraq now. Abdul Kader. Here's Hamad, he'll take on the 3. The closeout a little bit late from Mohamed. Qatar escape with the ball and with the lead for now. Clinton Johnson. On by Mohamed. Saad. 16 points in the game so far. He wants to take on Mayfield here. Crosses over one way, then the other. Finds a pass. Al-Hadari towards Sad, knocked away. It's going to be a Iraq ball. Only the one score so far, and we're halfway through overtime. 77-75. Mayfield, who's only one assist shy of a triple-double, but significantly he's stopped scoring. Still time to steal the spotlight. Here he is now, passes away from the double team. 3-point shot, falls short for Iraq. Sad grabs the rebound. 2 minutes and change remaining. Clinton Johnson. Looking to work with Mohamed. Gets inside to the far side. They move it around beautifully. Al-Hadari for three. Bang! Qatar by 5 in overtime. Fans on their feet in Doha. Iraq call timeout. In deep, deep trouble. As Al-Hadari drains another from deep. The ball movement around the perimeter. Mohamed finding the free man. Al-Hadari finding the finish.
Everybody's got a rebound, just like we did the last 3 possessions. Got it? Let's go. Listen to me. We get a reset. I want the ball in the hands of him or the hands of him. Got it? Nobody else. Here we go. Let's go.
Here on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Coach Lewis's team have rallied from 11 down in regulation. They lead by 5 in OT. 80-75, with 4 players scoring strong in double figures, led by the 21 of Al-Hadari, whose 3 has opened up this 5-point gap. Iraq still waiting for their first points of the extra period. Not the time for a 3-minute plus drought. Mayfield draws the double team, finds the pass inside, and Al-Zuhairi gets the roll around. And makes it a 1-possession game again. Clinton Johnson. 1.5 minutes to play. Time on Qatar's side. Johnson taking his time. Shot clock down to 7. Al-Hadari to the far side. Another 3. Got it again! 2 huge threes in overtime for Qatar. They're up by 6. Only 75 seconds to play. Mayfield needs to produce a moment of magic here as he gets fouled on the 3-point shot. A chance to halve the deficit from the foul line for Demario Mayfield, who's 5 of 8 from the stripe so far, but crucially hit 2 in a row right at the end of the 4th to tie the score and eventually take the game into the overtime period. He could do with hitting all of these. Mohamed fouls out. That's a blow for Qatar if this does continue into a tight game in the final minute, or indeed into a second overtime period. Huge disappointment though for Mayfield to miss the first. Still 1 more to come after hitting the second. Again, they will look to their foul shots when this is all said and done. If Iraq don't turn this around, 9 of 19 from the stripe as a team now. Mayfield 7 of 11. 4 points the gap, 65 seconds to play. Mohamed, by the way, fouled out on 9 points and 7 rebounds. Sad. Clinton Johnson. Qatar trying to take away precious seconds from Iraq here by running the shot clock down to the final 6 seconds. Here goes Johnson to the corner. Down to 3 now. The skip into the paint. The miss from Al-Hadari though. Iraq looking to make it a one-possession game again. They just need a score of any type here. And instead they turn it over. A miscommunication, a lack of composure. A lack of ability to deal with the pressure. A timeout called with 31.5 seconds remaining. Qatar with the ball and with a 4-point lead.
Here, all right, pay attention. Mizo, go and screen for Mansour. Got it? Okay, Mansour is coming up. Now, here, Halid, you got a second screen coming up. All right, Mansour's got it. Trey, stay spaced. Now we got our 2 guards at the top. All right, Mizo, once you set it.
Iraq down by 4, running out of time. Qatar with the ball off the back of this timeout. Iraq facing the prospect of defeat despite a triple-double now from Demario Mayfield. 27 points, 11 rebounds, 10 assists. Still may end up on the losing side. Sat to Al-Hadari. It has been more of a balanced approach from Qatar. He loses it on the dribble. And this one is not done just yet. 22 seconds remaining. Iraq ball. 17th turnover for Qatar. They've had almost double that of Iraq. They need a score here, Iraq, desperately. Mayfield, their main man, hands it off. 3-point shot wouldn't go. Big commanding take on the rebound from Sad, who kicks it down the floor. They just need to keep hold of it now and wait for the contact. And just 5.9 seconds to play. Qatar look to be going to the second round of qualifiers. Iraq coming up short in overtime. Mohammed falls short on the first foul shot. 15 points so far. It's his first trip to the line. He's 5 of 10 from downtown. That's where all of his previous shots have come from. 4 rebounds, 3 assists as well. Hits the second. 5 points the gap with 5.9 to play. No time left for Iraq, who just have to launch one from distance. And that will do it. Qatar are going to the second stage of qualifying at Iraq's expense. They've dug deep in Doha to do it on the final day of the first round. Only 1 win in their first 5, but it came against Iraq. And it led to a winner-takes-all contest here this evening, and they've come out on top in overtime to win it by 5 points, 84-79. Qatar go on, Iraq go home. 62% shooting inside proved the difference in terms of the shooting percentages. Rebounding numbers even in total, but Iraq with so many more on the offensive glass. Qatar with so many more turnovers as well. Stats you feel that Iraq should have taken advantage of, but they shot just 39% from the field altogether. And perhaps crucially in the end, only 47% from the foul line. They really should have won it in regulation. They lost it in overtime. 27 points as part of a triple-double for Demario Mayfield, who had 11 rebounds and 10 assists, but ended up on the losing side. Al-Hadari with 21 to lead Qatar, 8 of 16 from the field, 5 assists and 2 steals as well. They had 16 points apiece from Mohammed and Saad and 15 from Clinton Johnson. 4 big scoring performances on a big evening for Qatar. Also worth noting the performance of Mohamed, who had 9 points and 7 rebounds, as well as a block before fouling out in the extra period. A real team spirit building from those in Qatar Burgundy. And what a big performance for them that sees them jump up into 3rd place in Group D. Iran win the group, Kazakhstan 2nd, Qatar 3rd. Those 3 go into the 2nd round of qualifiers. Iraq go out based on their head-to-head record, losing both games against Qatar. What a way to finish the first stage of qualifying in Doha. And you have to feel for Demario Mayfield of Iraq. 27 points off 8 of 21 shooting in the end. He did stop scoring down the stretch. But the next leading scorer for them was Al-Zuhari on 11 points. Dafa had 10, Hamza had 10. You have to look to Qatar's offense as a more balanced approach, with 15 points for Johnson, 16 apiece for Mohammed and Saad, and 21 for Al-Hadari. So many players came up with so many big plays, big points in this one. Clinton Johnson, not just the 15 points, but 7 rebounds, 5 assists and a block as well. And Abdulrahman Saad, who had most of his 16 points in the first half, also finishing with a joint team high 7 rebounds and 4 assists and a block. Qatar down by as many as 11 points in regulation. Came back to take it to overtime, even had the chance to win it at the end of the 4th quarter. But they responded to that disappointment by starting the extra period really strong. Iraq started it with a 3.5-minute drought, and that cost them. It is Qatar whose World Cup dream continues. The final score in Doha, Qatar 84, Iraq 79. It's been a pleasure having your company for these Asian qualifiers. For me, Tim Long, it's goodbye for now.